Because he had missed 2 hours of school. I went up to see what was going on. And I called him a few names, and he laughed, called me a few names back, and we had this little interchange where I was cussing him out, basically. Which is really weird that he didn't shoot me for that. But I cussed him out.
Eric, filmed here, and Brooks have had a tempestuous history. A year earlier, Brooks found his name on Eric's website. Eric was threatening to kill him.
There was information on there that Eric was building pipe bombs, detonating pipe bombs, and said that essentially he wanted to kill Brooks Brown.
Brooks's parents reported Eric's threat to the police. This was not the first time Eric's name had been brought to the attention of the police in the 2 years before the shootings. But they were unable to access Eric's website, and mislaid paperwork related to the complaint.
If they'd acted on these claims, Eric would have been in jail. It's very simple. And Columbine never should have happened.
In the meantime, Brooks Brown had made his own peace with Eric. It probably saved his life.
What the hell is wrong with you, man? You weren't in third hour. You missed the test. It doesn't matter anymore.
Then he looked at me. I said, dude, you missed the huge test. He said it didn't matter anymore. And then he looked at me and he said, Brooks, I like you now. Get out of here, go home.
Go home. Okay.
There's a lot of theories about why he didn't shoot me. I personally think, because I remember the look on his face, he didn't want to kill me. And I wasn't the only person that let go of that. John Savage, actually. I was friends with him. Screech, he was a great guy.
John Savage has decided to revise for his history test in the library, where the worst of the Columbine massacre will take place. Eric and Dylan have arrived with a huge arsenal of weapons. After the attack, the police would count 2 sawn-off shotguns, 2 9mm guns, and 99 bombs, including the 2 20-pound propane bombs in the cafeteria and booby-trap bombs in each of their cars. They have spent a year gathering these weapons, a year planning a massacre intended to wipe the school off the map. Just a month before the attack, an unreleased videotape reveals the extent of Eric and Dylan's preparation. This is a reconstruction from reports of the tape's contents. The cameraman is Dylan, the location, Eric's bedroom. Eric reveals dozens of hiding places, containing what amounts to a small armaments factory. How did Eric succeed in concealing such a vast collection of lethal weaponry? The question still remains unanswered. Eric's parents have not spoken publicly since the massacre. But his play acting at the end of the tape shows that Eric is well aware of his skills in the art of deception.
It'll be the most nerve-wracking 15 minutes of my life. And after the bombs are set and we're waiting to charge to the school, seconds will be like hours. God, I can't wait.
In a far corner of a school parking lot, Neil Gardner is taking a quick lunch with Andy Martin, a Columbine security guard. Gardner is a local police officer with special responsibility for the school's students and teachers. In the past, he's seen Dylan Klebold around the school, but he doesn't know Eric Harris. And he does not appear to know that Eric and Dylan have already been in trouble with the police and the courts. "15 months earlier, they'd broken into a van and stolen electrical equipment. They were later arrested on felony charges of criminal trespass and theft. At their court hearing, both were ordered to undergo courses designed to steer juveniles away from crime. After completing his course, Eric seemed contrite.
I am happy to say that with the help of this class and
and some other diversion-related experiences, I do want to try and control my anger.
Eric's private journal tells a different story.
Isn't America supposed to be the land of the free? How come if I'm free, I can't deprive some dumb shit of his possessions if he leaves them in the front seat of his van, in plain sight, in the middle of nowhere, on a Friday night? Natural selection.
Their encounter with the law reveals the existence of a kind of parallel universe. While outwardly apologetic and reformed, Eric and Dylan were now bonded by a shared rage.
My wrath from January's incident will be godlike. Not to mention our revenge in the Commons.
The Commons is the Columbine cafeteria. Eric and Dylan have drawn up detailed plans for the attack. The bombs are set to explode in 1 minute's time. There are 480 students inside, almost a quarter of the school's population. Richard Castaldo is on his way out to meet his friend Rachel Scott. They plan to have lunch just outside the school's west entrance. In their trench coats, Eric and Dylan attract little attention. They've often worn this uniform to school. The attack is now just seconds away.
When I first sat down, to eat my lunch, I saw a couple of guys kind of off to my left, and they threw some. I didn't know what it was at the time, but it was a pipe bomb, and I remember it went off, and it didn't really do anything. And I thought, at first, I just kind of thought they were, screwing around, because it was, I guess, like a senior prank or something, because school was about to end. I guess it hit Rachel first, but not by, just by like half a second or something. So I kind of remember seeing that out of the corner of my eye and just kind of braced myself, I guess, and then...
I saw him throw a couple grenades on the roof and they exploded, and then I saw him shooting guns down towards the parking lot.
Inside the school, no one's sure what's going on. Some think it's just a prank by senior students. Dave Sanders realizes it might be much more serious.
Neil, I need you in the lunchroom urgently.
Neil Gardner receives a panicked radio message from inside the school, but he thinks at first that it might be no more than an accident on the school grounds.
Sure. I'll help you.
And a shotgun, okay. We've got another kid who's shot safe. His shot safe is hanging off. Okay. We've got another one.
All right, everyone, we think there's someone shooting outside. I want you quiet. I want you to all make your way outside this way only.
Okay. Can you see anything going on over there? No, some girls on the ground think she's paralyzed, and I think she's hurt. I'm not sure.
Okay, hold on a line here with me.
Within seconds, Dave Sanders and 2 other Columbine staff members have evacuated most of the cafeteria. Eric and Dylan's bombs are now due to explode, but fail to detonate. Dave Sanders now embarks on a determined attempt to secure as much of the school as possible.
Quiet. Even if they come in, stay very still, okay?
He will spend the next 2 minutes running through the hallways and classrooms, doing all he can to make sure students have some form of protection.